So if you're like me and you order records online, or if you order anything online for that matter, you've probably noticed over the past few months that estimated delivery dates no longer really mean anything. I say that kind of jokingly. I ordered a copy of Smooth Noodle Maps, Devo's 1990 record. It was reissued by Futurismo last year. I ordered it in February and it shipped right away, and I haven't gotten it yet. But then again, I ordered a record on Thursday and it got here yesterday. So it's kind of like the Wild West. And then if you forget that you've got something on the way, it's like a nice surprise when it shows up. So there kind of are some positives, I guess, to it. But anyway, I thought I would take the record that I got yesterday and add a few to it and make my second record pickups video. These are all records I've gotten over the past few weeks. They might not be the last ones that I got or the newest ones, but they're ones that I've gotten over the past few weeks that I'd like to show off and talk about because they're really good. So the first three are ones that I got online, and the next five are going to be ones that I picked up from a local Discog seller, actually. So yeah, get into it. This record that I got yesterday in the mail is by X-Ray Specs. This is Germ-Free Adolescence. This is the only record that they came out with during their original incarnation in the late 70s. This came out in 78. I had always heard the name, or sorry, I should say I had heard the name X-Ray Specs and the name Polystyrene, who is the singer and songwriter. I had heard those names countless times over the years, but I guess I never bothered just to check the band out. For whatever reason, I don't know why, because I don't not expose myself to music. I guess maybe I'd heard of them and I forgot, and then every time I went, I don't know. Either way, I discovered them a few weeks ago, or rediscovered them, or properly discovered them, and I don't remember the last time I was more excited about a band. This is some of the coolest stuff I've ever heard. Her lyrics and her voice are top-notch. She reminds me a lot of early Bikini Kill, if you don't know this band, and if you know Bikini Kill. And there's a saxophone player, like as a full-time key member of the band. So you don't hear that in punk rock a lot, or ever, really. And it's used really well, and it accentuates really cool parts. It's not overdone, and it's not kitschy. It's really good, and it works. Like, this is seriously killer stuff. So if you haven't heard it before, check it out, X-Ray Specs. This is a 2018 reissue on Real Gone Music. So it's got a nice reproduction of the original Inner with lyrics, and it comes on really cool X-ray vinyl. So that's nice. So yeah, X-Ray Specs with their debut album, or first of two, I guess. The second came out in '95, I believe, but not with the entire band reunited. But anyway, check it out, X-Ray Specs. Next up is a really great, I guess, anarchist art collective or art group or whatever you want to call it. I just call them a punk rock band. This is Crass. This is their singles compilation, or odds and ends and singles compilation, Best Before 1984. It collects pretty much all of their singles and like flexi stuff and some radio interviews and things. Basically everything from their career, minus a few things, which I think they're going to be reissuing this soon. Our plans were made to reissue this and expand it at the same time. So it's not a complete snapshot of everything other than the studio albums, but it's a damn near close. So really, really good and essential if you like Crass, I suppose, or if you want to get into Crass, because a lot of this stuff, or none of it, I guess, ever appear on their studio albums, and these are some key tracks that you're going to want to have for your collection. I like it also because I really enjoy both the male and female vocals in Crass. I'm almost partial to the female a bit more, so this is really good, like 50-50. This is full of music, so it's got a lot of male stuff and a lot of female stuff in terms of vocals, but it's all great, it's all awesome. It's double 180 gram reissues, and they've got reproduction booklets of the original lyrics. And then on top of that, I think there might be something else. Yes, another This is just a single page, but I guess it's a long essay, kind of crass in their own words. Really, really good stuff. So yeah, Crass with Best Before 1984. Next up, we've got an awesome band from Australia. This is the Chats, High Risk Behavior. This is their first studio album. This is some of the best punk rock that I've heard in a long time. Very, very authentic and very just raw, angry, real, pissed off punk rock music. This is excellent. There's not really any other way to put it. It just came out this year, so it's brand new, hot off the press. If you've never heard the Chats before, look them up. This is cool. It comes with kind of two inserts. We've got a lyric insert, and then we've got kind of a thank you from the band. If you get a copy, you can read the message yourself. And it comes on really nice, according to the band anyway, piss yellow vinyl. So, I guess dehydrated, I guess if you're dehydrated, but either way, it's a damn nice color, and it's a great record. So, if you haven't listened to the Chats before, check them out. You won't be disappointed. Next up, these will be the 5 records that I got from the local Discog seller. So what happened with this is, a couple of years ago, I was looking for a copy of Devo's Duty Now for the Future, and I was looking on Discogs, and I found a Canadian seller who I reached out to at a fair price and asked what the shipping cost would be. And he got back to me and said, oh, actually, I live in the same city as you. So I've been going to his place every few months or whatever, whenever he gets new stuff in, because he buys collections and stuff, and he lists them all. And I just kind of keep an eye on what he's got, and he lets me know when he gets new stuff, and then I'll go to his place, and sometimes I'll sell him stuff or trade him stuff or whatever. So it's kind of a cool little thing I got going on with him. So yeah, I'll show you the 5 records that I recently got from him. So this next one, or the first one here, is kind of a controversial record. This is The Hunter by Blondie. It's the last record that they put out before the breakup, before getting back together in the late 90s. I think this is a great record. I know it's kind of laughed at or frowned upon by most Blondie fans as being just kind of silly and out there, but I think it's really, really good. The song War Child, I know it's the big single, but it's a damn good song. For Your Eyes Only, Dragonfly has really, really cool kind of spacey out there lyrics. It's really good. I find really great the bass performance on here. It's got just a lyric sheet here, lyric inner. This is an original Canadian pressing. Yeah, so next up is a solo album by a band from a famous punk rock band. From a man, what did I say? From a famous solo band, anyway, I didn't make any sense there. This is Captain Sensible with Women and Captains First. Of course, Captain Sensible plays with The Damned. He has on and off over the years, but yeah, he's back with the band now. He had been for quite a while. This is really good. It's not really punk rock. There's lots of electronica and synth and just pop rock, and it's really good. My kids really dig it. Happy Talk, they love that song. But it's really great. The Brenda Part 1 and Part 2 are really good. Yanks with Guns is great. Mouth of the Mouth, Who is Melody Lee Sid, which is kind of a sequel to the Melody Lee song from the Damn's Machine Gun Etiquette album. But anyway, no insert or anything. But really, really great record, and I highly recommend it. Really nice surprise. I got it for a really good deal because I wasn't looking for it. The price was great, so I thought, wow, at that price, you know, I'd love to have that album as part of my Damned collection, in a way. And I love it. It's great. I've listened to it 4 or 5 times, so highly recommended. Captain Sensible, Women and Captains First. Next up, this is a band, this is an album that's celebrating 40 years this year. This is Fictions. That's all I can say. They're a Canadian band from what I gather, but I can't find any information about them online, really. This is on Spotify, so check it out. It's fantastic, kind of new wave, power pop, punk rock. Really, really, really great, like top notch. It's a shame that this hasn't been put out more. or it hasn't received reissues or recognition, because it's really, really excellent. And from what I can see on Discogs, this is it. There's no other release by the band, and I can't find much about them online. So I picked it up on a whim, and it's got a nice lyric sheet with credits, and I love it. Like, it's awesome. So yeah, if you like that kind of music, check it out. Fictions. And Cosmic Brian, in fact, I think you'd really dig this, so check it out. Next up is Gary Numan with Telecon. This is the first Gary Numan music that I've ever owned. Two Bay Army, I believe, is his early band. I don't even know, I could be wrong. I know the name Gary Numan, and I've heard it forever. I know, like, Nine Inch Nails covered some Gary Numan, as well did Marilyn Manson. So I know the covers, I know the songs based on their covers, but I had never checked him out on his own. And I'm super glad I did, because this is excellent. You can hear exactly where Nine Inch Nails began with this record. This reminds me a lot of Pretty Hate Machine. Not heavy, like not in terms of percussion or beats, but it's just the piano and the weird musical creepy passages and things. Very, very reminiscent to me of Nine Inch Nails, especially what Nine Inch Nails will become later on. This, I hear a lot of this in The Fragile, specifically. But yeah, this is obviously, or I mean, I'm saying it's. I'm not saying it as I'm like I'm making it up. Gary Numan is a legend, and everyone knows it, and he's a legend when it comes to industrial music. So I'm super, super happy to have found this record and kind of dove in, because I'll be, snatching up the rest of his collection, or the rest of his discography, as I can. So yeah, Gary Numan. The last record I'm going to show you here is The Members at the Chelsea Nightclub. This is great. Again, kind of first wave punk rock, I think from '79. It's not very ska. There's a lot of ska in it, but there's also a lot of sound, like it reminds me a lot of Coxbar, kind of that street punk or kind of oi sound as well. So it's a nice mix of the two. I had never heard, there's no lyric sheet or anything, I had never heard of these guys, weirdly, because I'm a big fan of the Specials and of punk rock from this time period. So when I saw it listed on his store, I just based on the image, by the cover, I figured it was a punk rock record. So I picked it up, and yeah, it's excellent. And I've checked out some of their other stuff since getting this, and couldn't be more pleased. So yeah, The Members, if you're into getting into new punk rock, check them out. And yeah, those are my 8 records. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you discovered some new music today. And if you didn't, hope I reminded you of some good music. What I've got playing right now is a really nice double blue reissue of Marquise Moon, the first album by Television, legendary punk rock kind of art punk band from New York. This is an expanded version that's got Little Johnny Jewel, which was one of their first singles, as well as a couple alternate versions of See No Evil, Friction, and Marquise Moon, and then there's an untitled instrumental, which is really cool. So I had the single version of this for a long time, the reissue, just a single LP, but I traded it in for this, because I love bonus tracks, and it's nice. It's got that beautiful butterfly Electro label, which I love. So yeah, Television with Marquise Moon. So I hope everyone stays safe and is doing well, and is taking care of each other, because the world's a bit strange right now. So let's all be good to each other. Thanks.